Very welcoming, and I think we're really starting to put pieces together.
Paul talked a little bit about the role. He sees you as kind of like somebody that could emulate Steven Gerrard. You mentioned Steven Gerrard a lot, in fairness. What idea has he given you as to what your role in that midfield is going to be?
Yeah, I know he wants me on the ball as much as possible, getting it from our backs and connecting with our more attacking midfielders and our forwards. So I'm kind of the linking player after we win the ball, helping us transition. And he also expects me to push further up the field and get in a range where I can unleash my shot.
The comparisons between you and Becky Edwards are going to be inevitable because you're sliding into her spot essentially. And it's really interesting because you both kind of shuttle between defense and midfield at times in college too. How do you compare your game to hers?
Well, I'm a big fan of Becky. She's a couple years older than me, but we grew up in the same state. So I'm very familiar with her. She's someone I've looked up to. Honestly, I can't say I've seen her play too much in the past few years, but I know she's a quality player and also someone who's pushing towards the national team in the future. So nothing but respect for her game, and hopefully I can live up to the way the Thorns fans are used to seeing her play.
How will these next few games in Arizona help you guys prepare heading into the season?
I mean, it's just another opportunity to get on the field together, play 11 aside, get more used to each other, and kind of the style of play and the formations that Paul wants us to play.
Paul mentioned that he doesn't expect this team to play any single formation, that you guys are going to have different formations. How does, as a player, what does that mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, we have to always be focused on top of our game. I think it's important, though, not to put too much emphasis on that and worry too much about what formation we're playing in, because at the end of the day, it's still soccer. We've been playing it for years, and as long as we're working hard and communicating with each other, I think we will be able to switch systems seamlessly.
What do you think going to Arizona will do for this team?
I think it's be great for chemistry. We'll be in a hotel, so we're going to be even more close quarters than we normally are. Again, double days, that's great for training in the soccer side of it. And yeah, it's going to be great weather. It's been great weather here. I'm hoping it stays this way. But yeah, just going to be a good time to get to know each other better and hopefully come together even more.
Amber, Coach Riley alluded to, talking about another player, the importance of coming back to the NWSL to get the exposure for the national team. Obviously, that really affects you. Can you talk a little bit about that and your personal motivations in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely something I was cognizant of when I made my decision. It's common sense that it's easier for Sermanni and the national team coaching staff to see you play if you're playing in the States, and then against similar competition, people you're competing with for the spots. So that definitely was something that I considered. And yeah, a very important reason for why I came back.
Was there any pressure from the Federation?
No, there was absolutely no pressure. I had very open conversation with Sermanni about it, and we talked about both the pros and cons. He didn't feel one way or the other, and left it completely up to me.
Did you talk to Sarah about her move at all?
No, not so much. Her contract was up too, and I think what people don't realize, besides the whole fact that it makes more sense that we play here if we're making that push, just like anyone else. You would expect German players to play in the German league, Sylvia and I can see them more easily. But I think people don't realize the stress of being so far away from home and being in another country, and give them credit. I did it for a year, and both Sarah and Nikki have done it for 2.5 years. So, there's a time for all of us to come home and give it a try. So that's what we wanted to do.
You got World Cup qualifying at the end of summer. Are you looking at NWSL as kind of like your audition to be one of the people that get into that squad?
Yeah, I've had honest conversations with Sermanni about it, and he said I need to have a good league season, a very good one. So that's definitely a goal. Obviously, I want to achieve our team goals, but that's definitely individually something I'm looking forward to.